All right. Summer vacation is here. This is the first day of summer vacation for Nikki. Congratulations on surviving the school year.
I made it!
Now, if you're going to visit Universal for the first time, I've got a few tips for you. Let's go inside. I will share those, and then we'll have some fun. We'll ride some rides, we'll eat some food, we'll see some shows.
I love it, let's do this!
Okay, we have made it inside of Universal Studios Orlando. Let's find a spot where we can stop and talk about these tips right away. The first thing you should know when you're visiting Universal Orlando, this ain't Disney World, especially when it comes to the rides. So when you visit Disney World, the kids can pretty much go on almost any ride. Not the case here at Universal, as most of the rides, they will have height requirements. Now at Disney, most of the rides do not have height requirements. It's the opposite here. So what you want to do is you want to check out the height boards before you enter the park. That way your kid has the proper expectation for what rides your kid can go on. The rides here are a bit more thrilling and aggressive than at Disney. That's why they have the height requirements. You don't want to show up to a ride with little Johnny or little Susie, something like, let's say, Rip Ride Rocket. And they're all excited, it looks amazing, and then they find out they're not tall enough.
Big disappointment.
Be aware of that.
Yeah.
Now another thing when it comes to the rides here being more thrilling, fast and aggressive, the locker system.
Yes.
Disney does not use a locker system. Universal does for a lot of its rides, especially like the roller coasters.
Absolutely.
Some of the roller coasters have metal detectors, so you cannot take anything on.
Correct.
Like Rip Ride Rocket, what else? The Hulk and the Velocicoaster, metal detectors.
Yes.
But others that do not have metal detectors, they still make you can't carry a bag on it. So you have to utilize the lockers.
Now, be warned, those lockers are small. So here's like my lounge flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Literally because it's empty almost, I can squish it down to fit, but if you have a stuffed lounge flag, it may not fit.
Right, so now the lockers are free, the small lockers, which you have to smush that in.
Yes.
Now if you have a bigger backpack, they do have the bigger lockers that you rent for like $2 while you're on the ride.
Correct.
Now if you want a locker for all day, they have those in the front of the park. And I think those are around $10 or so. But just be aware of that. Unlike a Disney ride where you can take anything on it, you have to use a locker for a lot of the rides here at Universal. I think for the next tip or a little piece of advice, we'll move on down the road and then we'll share it with you. Now this next piece of advice, probably the advice I give most often.
Okay.
It's good any time of year, but especially this summer. I'm predicting a very busy summer.
Yes, if you've seen our Instagram, you can tell it's very busy.
And that advice is to get into the park as soon as you can. Now if you stay at any Universal hotel, you get early park admission, which means you get into the park like an hour earlier than like regular guests. But if you do not stay at a Universal hotel, still get into the park the moment you are allowed to. You can get a lot of stuff done like within the first 2 hours of the park being open.
Oh, sure.
Plus, it's a little cooler.
Yes.
The lines are a little shorter. So, most definitely, any time of the year, get inside the park as soon as you can, but especially this summer. One last piece of advice I want to give you, but let's make our way to a different section of the park first. Well, we didn't go far. We're still in the New York section of the park, but we're closer to the tribute store. We'll get to that in a second. The other piece of advice I want to give you guys is you may want to consider buying express passes.
Even ahead of time.
Now, I don't like to usually ask you to spend more money.
Right.
But as I've been saying, I think the parks are going to be probably the busiest they've ever been this summer. With the fact that you've got no mask mandate here. A lot of people have been vaccinated. A lot of pent-up demand for people to go on vacation.
That's right.
I think this summer is going to be crazy. And with the Express Pass, you get to skip the lines.
Yes.
The regular lines.
Exactly. Now it does come with premier hotels.
Yeah. So if you don't buy one, if you stay at Portofino Bay, Royal Pacific, and the Hard Rock Hotel, you get express passes with your hotel room.
Correct.
So that's one way if you don't want to purchase them separately, because they can be costly.
Yes.
Especially during the summer.
Right.
But express passing the lines makes your day so much more enjoyable.
It really does.
So at least consider it. Do the math. Think about buying them, or do the math as far as if you stay at a hotel, what the extra cost would be. But, you know, at least consider it. Something new for this summer, the Jurassic World Tribute Store. Now, I've done a complete video on this where I showed a lot of the merchandise and just what the store looks like. But Nikki hasn't been in it. So she's going to go inside and check it out, and we will probably come out with a dessert. The first room is kind of designed to mimic as if you are in the control room for the Velocicoaster. This is the room in the tribute store that has most of your Velocicoaster merchandise. Into the second room, this is a raptor containment area. So we have a few raptors about, and this would be the room of the tribute store that has kind of the newest merchandise. Nikki is actually going to buy this shirt here. It's $27. It's a light yellow, and she likes it because it has the dinosaurs and like the flowers. And here is a shirt I'm going to purchase today. $27. It's not yellow, but I'm still going to get it because I really like it. But since it's not yellow, you won't see me wearing it in a video, but I will wear it to edit. We have now entered the third room in the tribute store, and this one is dedicated to the classic Jurassic Park movie. And then the last room, besides having this cool Triceratops, is dedicated for the food, the treats, and the snacks, of which we're going to get something in just a second. So I've already had the Dig in a Jar, kind of like a chocolate fudge cake, $12. I love it, but I'm not going to get it today. I want to try something different, and that will be the pistachio puff with chocolate medallion, and I believe the inside like an orange cream filling. So let's get this and try it. And the pricing is $6 for that, so half the price of the Dig in a Jar. So that is a quick look at the tribute store. If you want to see more, I did do a whole video on it. I'll leave a link to it. Go check it out. But now, let's dig into this pistachio puff.
Puff, puff, puff.
I'm starting with that chocolate medallion, and I think I may eat all of that. None for Nikki. One reason why we decided to get that pistachio puff, other than it looked cool and that chocolate medallion on top, we've seen some other reviews, and it hasn't been reviewed so well, so we wanted to give it a try for ourselves to see what we thought of it. This is our view. Rip Ride Rocket. And now it's time for our review of that pistachio puff.
That's right.
You go first.
I loved it. So we heard that it was kind of shaky reviews on it. So luckily the team member kind of gave us a heads up that there's orange cream filling in it. But I really, really liked it. I thought it was light and fluffy, and I'm a pastry kind of girl, so that was right up my alley. Plus I love orange, so
yeah, because it is more, it's a pastry, not a cookie, right?
It is, definitely.
But it looks like a cookie.
To you.
It does to me. It looks like a big fat cookie. So if you buy it expecting the inside to be all cookie, you're going to be disappointed.
Right.
It's a pastry.
Yeah, it's almost like a Boston cream. I mean, it's so delicious. I love it.
It is. You're right. That's a good analogy. Now, when we were purchasing it, we mentioned, we were talking amongst ourselves, and the team member overheard, oh, that had bad reviews.
Right.
But she let us to know that the cream puff was inside.
That's right.
And I think a lot of people, like if I had just bought it, I would not know it was filled with orange cream filling.
Yes, and it is a bit messy too, because there's a lot of cream filling inside it. So us missing the tables out here, you know, definitely was a challenge to eat it, but it was so delicious.
But we do have a good view of the coaster.
Yes, we do.
So you liked it, which is natural because you're a pastry girl.
Yes.
I too really liked it. Surprisingly.
Good, yeah, we were kind of fighting over it. It's kind of silly.
We were fighting for slices of it.
Yeah, so I was like, it's mine!
Little bites, save that bite for me. So I really enjoyed that orange cream filling.
Yeah.
But once again, I am so happy that the team member gave me a heads up.
Yeah.
So from
on her part.
From our point of view, we're giving it 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Try the pistachio puff pastry. It's not a cookie. It's not a cookie. Before we continue on with our day, riding some rides and eating some more food, The items we bought inside of the tribute store, the t-shirts, we're gonna walk that down to package pickup.
It's a wrap.
Which is called It's a Wrap. And we will see if they'll hold it for us, so we don't have to carry it around with us all day long. Just to the right of the exit of Universal Orlando is the It's a Wrap store. This is where we're gonna drop off our bag of merchandise, have them hold it for us. Now, you do not have to carry the bag here yourself. They will do it at the store you purchase your items at. However, they say it's a 3-hour window for them to get it here. So we just chose to do it ourselves today. But you won't have to do that. And there's the receipt for our stuff. At the end of the day, we'll come back and get it. Right, Nikki?
Yes.
You're not gonna forget?
I'm not gonna forget.
I gotta be honest, I'm a little worried we're gonna forget to pick it up.
Oh, I'm not. I'm excited about my shirt. Are you kidding?
I would forget. It's a good thing you're with me. Remember earlier in the video I talked about express passes? Here's one of the kiosks where you can buy it. Quite the line to buy express passes today. You don't have to buy it at that one particular kiosk. They have stations throughout the park where you can buy express passes.
That's true.
I'll show you one right up here. No wait. See this one right here, right outside of the Universal Studios store? No waiting. No one's in line to get the express pass here. But there's a long line at the other kiosk. But since we're here, I tell you what, let's go inside. There's something I want to show you in here.
A while back, I showed a picture of bottled butterbeer with my snowman. And it's the snowman that's outside. I don't know if you can see that.
In Hogsmeade.
In Hogsmeade,
Yeah.
exactly. So it has been out of stock for a couple years, and now it's finally back in stock, and it's $22. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys that this is where you can get it now.
You had a lot of people asking about it.
We sure did.
And what I'll do is on the screen here, I'll give you some information for Universal Merchandise Services if you want to order it.
Yeah.
I'll give you a phone number and like an email. One of our favorite rides at Universal Studios Orlando is the Mummy. The standby wait is 30 minutes, but it does have a single rider line and it's open. We're gonna try single rider line. That is another thing that is a little different from Disney. Single rider lines, Universal utilizes those more than Disney.
Right now they sure do.
So not every ride at Universal will have a single rider line, but a lot of them do. And it tends to be quicker. Let's time this one. 30 minutes versus whatever the single rider line is. Start your timer. But first, we gotta put stuff in the locker. And we just got off the Mummy. Talk about some summertime fun.
Yes, and it was speedy quick. Oh my gosh, single rider, we pretty much just walked right
on.
It was crazy. So great.
It was just the time to walk to the actual roller coaster train. So.
Yeah, that was it.
Now we were single riders, so we were separated.
Yeah.
Now you got...
we had totally different experiences.
You got onto a train with like 3 dudes like my size.
Yes, they were all big dudes. It was so funny, and they were so quiet. And I in fact, when I got off the ride, I was like, you guys were so quiet, and they're like, we were happy on the inside. I was like, okay.
Now me on the other hand, I got onto a train that was primarily, I think, middle school girls.
Oh man, I bet you had like a blast.
They really enjoyed it, screaming and laughing the whole time.
That's the kind of ride I like being on. Oh, that's so funny.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh, cute.
Now, in regards to the single rider line, it was really fast for us this time.
Yes.
Now, your results may vary, but we walked right up. But just be prepared. That may not happen every time when you're visiting. But as a general rule, single rider lines are faster than the standby lines. Well, we've already had dessert. What about an entree?
Yeah, I don't really think we thought that through very well.
It doesn't matter what order you do stuff when you're on vacation.
Well, you know what? We can always go back and get more treats after, right?
We're gonna do some more eating today, that's for sure. New for the summer of 2021, here at the Amphitheater Plaza, there is the Olympic Food Festival. We'll have Nikki grab some sushi or some type of rice bowl or something.
Okie dokie, I've decided to get the lemongrass chicken rice bowl. So it's sticky rice, marinated cucumbers, edamame, watermelon radish, spicy mayo. I'm not getting the mushrooms, and then micro cilantro, all for $13.99.
And this is our view as we enjoy the rice bowl. There it goes. Whee! And here it is, Nikki's lemongrass chicken rice bowl without mushrooms. We'll get her review on it in just a bit. Nikki is still eating, but I wanted to pop on real quick because she let me have a bite of the lemongrass chicken and the sticky rice. I have to say, this is one of the best dishes I have ever had at a theme park. It is that good. I like it that much. We'll let her finish and give you her thoughts. And now Nikki's done with the rice bowl. Lemongrass.
Oh my goodness, it was fantastic. The variety of flavors within one bowl was amazing. So the edamame and the cucumber were like marinated in different kind of like flavors. Oh, it was delicious, and the sticky rice was perfectly sticky, and the chicken was fantastic. I mean, I highly recommend it.
I do too.
Oh, it's so good. You really took the words out of my mouth when you said it was the best theme park food you probably ever had.
Yes.
I mean,
I wasn't lying.
Wow. So impressive.
Now I only had like the lemongrass chicken and the sticky rice. Luckily you let me have a few bites. But that alone was just so good. That chicken, so good.
Oh, I mean, just it was a beautiful combination of flavors in one bowl. Oh, now, so good.
I was going to go eat at one of those summer bite stations. I still am, but I really want that bowl. I want one for myself.
He kept eating it. He ate over half of my bowl. I mean,
so
legit.
It does not come with a high enough recommendation from us. There's nothing we can recommend higher than this lemongrass chicken bowl.
Well, it was funny. One of our subscribers was talking about the Velocicoaster, and they said they'd rate it a 20 out of 10. I would do the same thing here. A 20 out of 10. They killed it. Knocked it out of the park. Yeah, pun intended.
Well, I guess just for the sake of variety, we'll make our way to the other kind of summer food festival happening, the Summer Bite food trucks, and I'll try another dish for you guys. It's just hard to walk away from that lemongrass chicken bowl. Oh, so good. If I have any viewers who are big fans of the Blues Brothers, here's one of their classic numbers. So if this summer is the first summer you're visiting Universal, they do have a Summer Bites like food truck out, or two. They got a food truck here in San Francisco. There's another food truck down there, and there's a food tent kind of near London and Krustyland. That's where I'm going to get my food from. Over here at Shake Alcatraz, I do want to point out that Bruce the Shark, he has received his ropes again, so he doesn't have that weird Joker smile anymore. It makes sense now. I can see from the Universal app the wait time for Escape from Gringotts is just 35 minutes. Let's go see if their single rider line is open. Woo! Welcome to Diagon Alley. Here is the Escape from Gringotts attraction. You can see the wait time, the standby wait time, 35 minutes. But we're gonna try that single rider line trick. We had to bail on that single rider line.
Yes, not all single rider situations are equal. So let me explain. When we got there, we know that there's a huge staircase that goes up at least 1 to 2 flights of stairs for single riders. And essentially it was down and around the corner before you can't even see the staircase yet. That will take you longer than actually waiting the 35 minutes in line. So
if you ever go in the Gringotts single rider and you're in the hallway and you see it backed up down the hallway, you know that's too long.
Yes.
You want to get at least to the bottom of the stairs.
Yes, that way you know that it's worth it and it will save you time.
Yeah. The other thing I want to mention about Gringotts is the locker situation.
Yeah.
It's very small in there. Give your stuff to one person in your party.
Right.
6 people don't need to go into the locker area and try to put stuff in a locker.
Did that just happen?
Yes, like a party of 6.
Yeah.
I'll stand around one little locker. Give your stuff to one person, they can handle the locker for you. It's very small in there, very small. If you want to order a drink, a butterbeer, or any type of drink from the hopping pot here in Diagon Alley, use the mobile order. The end of the line is right over there. But if you mobile order, you don't have to wait in that line. All you have to do is walk right up here and show your mobile order. Save yourself some time.
Juan's by Grigorovich is open.
I have not seen that open in a while.
I know. That's
It's just been
awesome.
Ollivander, so nice to have another spot to buy your wands.
Absolutely.
Before we leave London, I do want to point out one of the best kind of treats or snacks in the park right here at this green food kiosk, the Jacket Potatoes. They also sell hot dogs. I will try one of these hot dogs one day. I've had viewers recommend it. One day I will try it for myself. But this is not that day as I'm making my way to one of the Summer Bites food tents. There's London. We just left London. And then here is the bridge that will take you from Krusty Land to London. And this is one of these Summer Bite food tents. I showed you the 2 Summer Bite food trucks in San Francisco, but the thing I want to try today is at this one. I'm going to try the tripletta sandwich. It's marinated steak, grilled ham, roast pork, crispy potato sticks, cabbage, which I'm going to skip, and then a mayo ketchup sauce. $14.99.
So I think I'm gonna get the bear with me, lime falernum agua fresca.
So here is my tripletta. I think I'm saying that sort of right. I could probably have a better accent with it, but I got it without the cabbage. The big selling point for me was the potato sticks, to be honest. So let's dig into this and see what we think of it. All done. Talk about your drink first. She didn't like it.
No, and I love lime.
You do.
I really do.
But
and
the drink?
She warned me. She's like, okay, be careful, it's really limey. And I'm like, oh, I love lime. Ooh, no, it needed some lemon in it. It needed a little something else, like
it's limey.
Like water.
You were warned.
It was so bad.
No.
Sorry. Not great.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
They made up for it with the sandwich.
Ooh, yes, you gave me a bite.
You had a bite. I did not intend to eat all of the sandwich.
But you couldn't stop yourself?
But I did. I usually, you know, I hardly ever cuss on this channel, right?
Oh, what are you gonna say?
Have I?
No, you.
I don't.
You might slip once in a blue moon. Anyway.
That sandwich, this is on purpose. That sandwich was damn good. I liked everything about it.
Yes, the bread was like totally fresh and the little crispy fried things on the top.
The bread was really good. I really liked that bread.
Yes, I don't know what it was. It was fantastic.
Now, I didn't have the cabbage on mine because I don't like cabbage.
Right.
But the way I made it without the cabbage, it was damn good.
It was really good. Yes, the sauce on it and the meat, everything was like tender. No fatty
the meat,
pieces.
the cheese, the bread, the little potato sticks. I recommend that sandwich. We had such good food today already.
We did. I'm like stuffed because we were talking about, oh, let's go get a crepe because I haven't had the crepe yet. And I'm like, I don't know if I can eat another like bite of food. I am so full.
I'm still going to get, I think I might get a dessert or a treat from the tribute store.
Again?
We're on the way home.
Oh, okay.
To take home with me. But as far as that sandwich I just had, what, the tripletta?
Yes.
I'm probably not saying it right with enough accent.
That's good enough.
But I like that better than the Cuban sandwich I had before.
I would agree. That one kicks the Cuban sandwich's butt.
You had the Cuban too?
Yes. So remember I had it the other day, like on my own?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because you liked it. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. This was better.
The Cuban sandwich, it's a good Cuban sandwich.
It is.
This sandwich here, so good.
Mwah. Perfect.
Get it. We have some good food. If you want a sandwich, get this sandwich. If you want like a bowl, like more of an entree, get that lemongrass chicken bowl we had at the Olympic Plaza.
Now here's the thing too, is that unlike other maybe theme parks or whatever where, you know, it's like a 3 or 4 bites of food.
Oh yeah, like a sample size.
This is huge amount of food.
Yeah.
And I know the food and beverage department like is really working hard and really proud of what they put out, and they should be, because it's so fantastic.
That was a good point about the serving size.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go to like a Epcot festival,
right,
the serving size is more of a sample size.
Yeah, like a little tiny bowl.
These are full-on meals.
Yes.
Like your bowl is a full-on meal. That sandwich, I did think I was going to eat it all because it was so big, but it was so good I did eat it all.
Yeah.
So that's a good point.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, such good food this summer.
Yeah, they are.
This is not going to be a hot bod summer.
No.
It's going to be a total dad bod summer. Here at Central Park Crepes, the new summer crepe is the raspberry and passion fruit cream, $8.99, fresh raspberries, passion fruit cream, red velvet cake, cinnamon streusel. Now I have had this crepe, this seasonal crepe. It was amazing. If I can find the video that I had it in, I'll leave a link to it. But you keep missing out on it.
I need to make it like the priority where I don't eat anything else, I just come to eat that. Because every time I'll eat like a meal first and I'll be like, no, I'm too full.
Yeah, that crepe will do you. That'll be enough.
Yes, and I'm so bummed because I've been wanting it forever. I love raspberry.
Where there's just so much good food here this summer. I did not intend for this to be a food vlog.
I know, but come hungry when you come.
Yeah, amazing stuff. But I've got one up on you. The raspberry crepe, amazing. The food and beverage team, they keep knocking it out of the park. Chef's kiss. Let's see if Nikki remembers to get the bag from It's a Wrap. Well, it looks like she remembered. She's gonna go pick up our stuff. You can actually pick up your stuff on either side. We decided to go through the turnstiles and pick it up on the outside of the park. And that's gonna do it for our first day of summer fun.
Yes.
Plenty more to come. Hopefully we do not spend as much money as we did today. Food and merchandise, a lot of money.
Food and merchandise, yes. We're keeping Universal in business.
Because technically we're not on vacation.
No.
We're just living our lives. And with that being said,
Don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun.
thanks for watching Rix Flix. And now it's time to relax.